please hit that subscribe button. Hey everybody, better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Locked on and he scored! And we're live. Hey everybody, so we are back again for another episode of Hit or Miss, where I look at NHL teams' first round draft picks from 2005 through 2015 and decide whether each pick is a hit or a miss. Now today, continuing along with the Central Division, we are going to be talking about the Winnipeg Jets. Now the Winnipeg Jets didn't exist before 2011. Well, no, they did. They were just the Atlanta Thrashers. So this is going to be Atlanta Thrashers / Winnipeg Jets because it's the same franchise, roster carried over, whole organization carried over. They just relocated. So from 2005 through 2010, it was actually the Atlanta Thrashers making these picks. And then in 2011 on, it's been the Winnipeg Jets. But it's the same franchise, so it really doesn't matter. Before we start, I just ask that you please hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, as both of those things really help out the channel and are greatly appreciated. But let's get into it here. Winnipeg Jets / Atlanta Thrashers first round draft picks from 2005 through 2015. Let's start 2005. They drafted 16th overall, and with that pick took right wing Alex Bure. Now Bure, massive miss for a first round draft pick, as he never played a single NHL game. Zeros across the board. Did not even touch NHL ice for a real game. So obvious miss there. 2006, they drafted 12th overall, and with that pick, they took center Brian Little. Now, this pick is a hit, as Brian Little has gone on to have a very solid NHL career. He's still with the Jets to this day and is their second-line center. So, Brian Little, a big-time player for a long time with the same franchise, has spent his entire NHL career with this franchise. And he's played 843 career games, scoring 217 goals, 304 assists for 521 career points and a -15 rating. So over 800 games played, over 500 career points. Absolutely a hit with that pick in 06. 2007, they did not have a first-round pick, so we move on to 2008, where they selected 3rd overall and took defenseman Zach Bogosian. This pick is a miss. Now, yes, Zach Bogosian has had a long NHL career, and he is still in the NHL to this day, now with the Tampa Bay Lightning. But Zach Bogosian is a depth defenseman. And when you are picking, I've said this so many times, when you are picking in the top 10, you are looking for a star player, somebody who is a franchise-changing player. Zach Bogosian just ain't that. He just isn't that. Now, sure, he was better earlier in his career than he is now, certainly. As he's gotten older now, he's certainly declined and now strictly pretty much a number 6 or 7th defenseman at best. At this point in his career, he was better than that earlier in his career, but he was never even close to being a superstar defenseman. And when you're drafting that high, you are looking for a star or a superstar player. Zach Bogosian just isn't that. So that pick is definitely a miss. He's played 644 games, scoring 53 goals, 143 assists for 196 points and a -87 rating, and just quite frankly never lived up to being a top 5 draft pick. 2009, they selected 4th overall, and with that pick took left wing Evander Kane. Now, this top 5 pick they did get right, as Evander Kane is certainly a hit. He's played 713 games in the NHL, scoring 242 career goals, 215 assists for 457 career points, and a -66 rating. Kane has become a legitimate top-line goal scorer in the NHL. He scored 30 goals last season with the San Jose Sharks. He's played for a number of different teams. He's played for Winnipeg. He's played for Buffalo. He's now in San Jose. He's played for some different teams, but he's become a high-level goal scorer, a pretty tough player as well, as he racks up the penalty minutes just as much as he does the points. But over 700 career games played, over 450 career points, big-time goal scorer, top 6 player, and still got a bright future ahead of him. I don't think Evander Kane is done at the NHL level by any means. I think he's still got, years ahead of him of high production as well. So definitely a hit there with Evander Kane. 2010, they once again were picking in the top 10 with the 8th overall pick. And with the 8th overall pick, they took center Alexander Burmistrov. Now this one, once again, is a miss, as Burmistrov never really developed into the player he was supposed to. Was given a decent NHL chance. He played 348 career games, but only ever scored 37 goals, 64 assists for 101 points and a -31 rating. He just absolutely never developed into the player that he was expected to. And again, for a top 10 pick, not even close to becoming a star player, only lasting, not even 350 games in the league. That one is certainly a miss. 2011, now they become the Winnipeg Jets. In 2011, they selected 7th overall, another top 10 pick. We can see how bad the Atlanta Thrashers were, and now, the beginning stages of the Jets, how bad this team was for such a long time, as they were just consistently picking in the top 10. And with the 7th overall pick in 2011, they took center Mark Scheifele. Now, this one is a massive hit, as Scheifele is still with the Jets to this day. Their top-line center, one of their absolute best players, 519 games played, 180 goals, 264 assists, 444 career points, and a +83 rating. Still got a very, very bright future ahead of him in the NHL, a star player for the Jets, and, not much else to say, just a massive hit with that pick. 2012, they selected 9th overall, another top 10 pick for this franchise. They selected 9th overall and took defenseman Jacob Trouba. This one is also a hit, as Trouba, who is no longer with the Jets, now a top defenseman for the New York Rangers, has had a very solid NHL career to this point. Really thought of as one of the better young defensemen in the NHL. 478 games played, 49 goals, 157 assists for 206 career points and a +25 rating. Trouba had a very, very good start to his career with the Jets. They could never come to terms on a long-term contract, so he ended up getting traded last offseason to the New York Rangers, and now I think he's going to be a top pair defenseman for the New York Rangers for a long, long time in the NHL, but he has become a very solid D-man and definitely a hit at 9th overall. 2013, they selected 13th overall, and with that pick, selected another defenseman, this one Josh Morrissey, and this one is also a hit, as Morrissey is still with the Winnipeg Jets. He has become their number 1 defenseman at this point, with Trouba gone and Bufflin gone and Myers gone. Morrissey is the Winnipeg Jets' number 1 defenseman at this point. He's played 288 games, scoring 24 goals, 84 assists for 108 points and a +31 rating. He's become, over the last couple years, a huge piece to the puzzle in Winnipeg, and absolutely a hit with that 2013 draft pick. 2014, they were once again back drafting in the top 10, this time 9th overall, where they took left wing Nikolai Ehlers. And this one is also a hit, as Ehlers has become a huge scoring winger for them. Top 6 player, 369 games played, 115 goals, 142 assists, 257 career points, and a +34 rating. A massive part of the team right now, and definitely a hit with that pick. And finally, in 2015, they had 2 first-round draft picks. The first one coming 17th overall, where they took left wing Kyle Connor. This one also a hit, very similar to Nikolai Ehlers. A huge scoring winger for the team now. A huge piece to their top 6. And the last 2-3 years has just been a dynamic goal scorer for the Winnipeg Jets. He's got 249 career games played, 105 goals, 96 assists for 201 points, and a -2 rating. He's just been absolutely fantastic for Winnipeg. And at 25th overall, they selected center Jack Roslovic. And this one is also a hit, as 180 games played, 26 goals, 41 assists, 67 points, and a +6 rating. Another guy who over the past couple seasons has really solidified his spot in the lineup as a middle-of-the-lineup guy. I think Roslovic at this point is pretty much a third liner, but for a late first-round draft pick, that's pretty damn good. And he certainly is still developing and still be growing as a player and becoming a better NHL player. He's still very young. And I think, he's going to be a really, really solid player for Winnipeg. So that one is a hit as well. So there it is, guys. Hit or miss Winnipeg Jets. As you could see, they were pretty 50-50 early on, at least when they were the Atlanta Thrashers. They had some hits, Brian Little, Evander Kane. But they had some misses as well. Beret was a huge miss. Bogosian was a miss. Burmistrov was a big miss. But then, as the time frame went along, as we got into the 2010s, they got really, really good at drafting. And recently, Winnipeg has been extremely good at drafting. I mean, Scheifele, Trouba, Morrissey, Ehlers, Connor, Roslovic, all massive hits for the Winnipeg Jets. So this team overall, as we've seen, has been very, very good drafting. Certainly in the 2010s. So there it is, guys. Hit or miss, Winnipeg Jets. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.